You shower every day, you put on fresh clothes, and you think you're doing everything right. But then you notice something. Maybe it's a faint smell you can't quite place. Maybe it's dry skin or just that not so fresh feeling. And you wonder, am I missing something? Here's the truth most people don't talk about. Hygiene isn't just about staying clean. It's about feeling confident, radiant, and yes, even younger than your age. The way you care for your body can either keep you glowing or, without you realizing it, add years to how you look and feel. Now here's the surprising part. Many older women, even the most elegant and careful ones, make tiny hygiene mistakes every single day. Not because they're careless, but because these little slip-ups are so easy to overlook. And yet, these same mistakes can be the reason someone feels older, smells older, or even carries themselves with less confidence than they deserve. That's why today, I'm sharing 7 hygiene mistakes that secretly make older women look and feel older than they really are. And don't worry, I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to help you catch those little blind spots so you can fix them quickly and easily. So stay with me until the very end, because the last mistake is something most women over 60 do without even thinking, and it might shock you. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community of smart, confident women who are aging with style and grace. You don't want to miss the tips that could change the way you feel every single day. Let's start with the most common and also the most surprising hygiene mistake: not washing certain body parts properly. Now, before you say, "But I shower every day," hear me out. Because this isn't about skipping showers. This is about the areas we often forget. Places like behind the ears, the back, under the breasts, the folds of the stomach, or even the feet. These are the hidden zones that don't always get the same attention as arms, legs, and face. Doctors say that odors and even skin infections often start in these overlooked areas, not because someone is dirty, but because sweat and bacteria love to hide where skin touches skin. And here's the catch. When these spots aren't washed regularly, they can create a smell that lingers even after a shower. I once heard a story about a woman who was so embarrassed at a family gathering. She had showered that very morning, wore a nice outfit, but still noticed people stepping a little farther away than usual. Later, she learned it wasn't her perfume or her clothes. It was simply that the folds of skin under her bust weren't being cleaned properly. Once she fixed that, her confidence came flooding back. So what's the solution? It's simpler than you think. Use a gentle washcloth or soft sponge to reach those hidden areas. Don't scrub harshly. Aging skin is delicate. Instead, clean with care and make sure to pat those areas dry afterward. Wearing breathable fabrics like cotton also helps keep moisture from building up. It's a small adjustment, but trust me, once you start paying attention to these forgotten zones, you'll feel fresher, lighter, and yes, more confident. And that's just the first mistake. The second one, it has nothing to do with where you wash, but what you wash with. And most women don't even realize their everyday soap could be aging them. So don't click away. Make sure you're subscribed, because this next one might be sitting in your shower right now. Here's something most women never think about. The soap sitting in your shower right now could actually be making you look older. As we age, our skin changes. It becomes thinner, drier, and far more sensitive than it used to be. And yet, so many women continue using the same soaps they've been using for decades. The problem? Most regular soaps are harsh. They strip away the natural oils that your skin desperately needs to stay soft and youthful. Have you ever stepped out of the shower and felt that tight, almost squeaky clean feeling on your skin? That's not a sign of freshness. It's actually a warning sign that your skin's protective barrier has just been stripped. Over time, this leads to dryness, itching, irritation, and yes, an older, duller appearance. Doctors recommend switching to pH-balanced, moisturizing cleansers, especially for women over 60. These gentle formulas clean without robbing your skin of the natural moisture it needs. And here's another little tip. Use lukewarm water instead of hot. Hot water may feel relaxing, but it dries out skin faster than you realize. I once met a woman who always wondered why her skin looked older than her friends. She thought maybe it was just genetics. But when she switched from her old deodorant soap to a simple fragrance-free cleanser and started using warm, not hot, water, within weeks her skin looked softer, brighter, and years younger. So ask yourself, is your soap working for you or against you? Sometimes the biggest difference comes from the smallest change. And speaking of small changes that make a huge impact, let's talk about something many people think they're doing right but are only doing halfway. Stick around and make sure you're subscribed, because this next one might surprise you every time you look in the mirror. Now let's move from the skin to something even more noticeable: your smile. Many women brush their teeth faithfully every single day, sometimes even twice a day. But here's the mistake: brushing alone isn't enough. Flossing, cleaning your tongue, and regular dental checkups are often skipped. And skipping them doesn't just affect your health. It actually makes you look older. Think about it. Bad breath, yellowing teeth, or receding gums don't just hurt your confidence. They send silent signals of age. A dull smile can take years off your appearance in the wrong way. On the flip side, a bright, clean smile instantly makes you look younger, friendlier, and more vibrant. Doctors warn that oral hygiene is about more than just looks, too. Poor gum health has been linked to heart disease and other serious conditions. That means neglecting oral care doesn't just add years to your face. It can add risks to your health. The fix? It's simple, but it does require consistency. Use a tongue scraper every morning to remove bacteria that brushing misses. Floss daily. Even if it feels like a chore, your gums will thank you. And don't forget mouthwash, but choose an alcohol-free one to avoid drying out your mouth. Most importantly, see your dentist regularly, even if your teeth feel fine. I'll never forget the story of a woman who hadn't seen her dentist in years. She brushed faithfully, but ignored flossing. She always wondered why people seemed to lean back when she spoke. When she finally got a proper cleaning and started flossing, her breath improved, her smile brightened, and people immediately noticed. She told me it was like getting 10 years back in one appointment. So next time you brush, remember, it's only one piece of the puzzle. Your smile is one of the first things people notice. So don't let small hygiene shortcuts age you unnecessarily. And trust me, you want to hear the next mistake, because it has nothing to do with your teeth, but everything to do with something most women unintentionally neglect on top of their heads. So stay with me, and if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button, because these tips are too important to miss. Now let's talk about something that sits right on top of your head: your hair and scalp. Many older women believe that washing their hair less is better. And while it's true you don't need to wash it every single day, skipping washes for too long leads to a hidden problem: buildup. Oils, sweat, dust, and even products can collect on your scalp. This buildup doesn't just cause dandruff or itching. It can also give off an odor that's surprisingly noticeable. Here's something most people don't realize: your scalp health directly affects how youthful your hair looks. A clean, healthy scalp means fresher, shinier, more vibrant hair. But a neglected scalp? It makes hair look flat, greasy, and older than it really is. Doctors recommend a balanced approach. Don't overwash, because too much shampoo can dry your scalp. But don't go weeks without washing either. A good rhythm for most older women is every 3 to 4 days. Use a mild shampoo. Massage gently with your fingertips to improve circulation, and finish with a light conditioner to keep hair soft without weighing it down. I once spoke to a woman who avoided washing her hair because she thought it would fall out more. But after finally adopting a regular routine with a gentle shampoo and scalp massages, not only did her hair smell fresher, it looked fuller, and she admitted her confidence skyrocketed. She said, "It felt like I just lifted 10 years off my shoulders," literally. So the next time you wonder why you don't feel as fresh as you should, don't forget your scalp. It's not just about vanity. It's about feeling clean and energized. And trust me, when your hair looks good, you feel unstoppable. And speaking of feeling fresh, let's talk about something that seems harmless but actually adds years to how you look and feel: wearing the same clothes too long. And yes, I'm talking about bras and nightwear, too. So stay tuned. And if you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the rest. Here's a mistake almost every older woman has made without realizing it: re-wearing clothes, bras, or nightwear for just a little too long. Now, let's be honest. We've all done it. You slip into your favorite nightgown night after night. You wear the same bra for a few days in a row because it doesn't look dirty. Or you grab that sweater again because it feels comfortable. The problem? Even if they look clean, clothes absorb sweat, natural oils, and smells from your body. Over time, that buildup creates an odor that lingers, and sometimes follows you into the room before you even notice it. Doctors warn that re-wearing unwashed fabrics can do more than just create odor. Bras and undergarments especially can trap bacteria, leading to skin irritation, rashes, and even infections. Sleepwear, when worn too long, can affect your skin health, making it itchy or dull. So what's the fix? Simple. Wash bras every 2 to 3 wears, rotate your sleepwear, and make sure the clothes closest to your skin are washed often. Stick to breathable fabrics like cotton, which allow your skin to breathe and reduce trapped sweat and odor. I remember hearing a story about a woman who couldn't figure out why she always smelled a little off, even right after showering. She was clean, her home was spotless, but her family gently pointed out that her favorite robe hadn't been washed in weeks. She laughed about it later, saying, "Turns out my clean clothes weren't really that clean after all." Once she changed her laundry habits, she felt fresher, and her confidence soared. The bottom line? Clothes don't have to look dirty to be dirty. They hold on to things you can't see. And refreshing them more often doesn't just protect your hygiene. It keeps you looking and feeling younger. And now, if you thought that was eye-opening, wait until you hear the next mistake. It's one most women don't want to think about, but it can age your appearance faster than almost anything else. So stay with me and remember, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of these life-changing tips. Now let's move down to one of the most overlooked areas of hygiene: your nails and feet. Here's the truth. Our feet carry us everywhere, yet they often get the least attention. And nails? They quietly reveal more about our health and age than most people realize. Untrimmed nails, thickened toenails, cracked heels, or even a bit of fungus can instantly make someone look and feel much older. Doctors stress that nail and foot hygiene isn't just about appearances. Neglecting your feet can actually lead to infections, pain, and mobility problems. And here's something you might not expect. Poor foot hygiene can even affect your confidence. Many women admit they avoid sandals or showing their feet in public simply because they feel embarrassed. The fix doesn't require fancy spa day. It just takes a little regular care. Soak your feet in warm water with a bit of Epsom salt to soften the skin. Use a pumice stone gently on rough heels. Moisturize daily, especially around the heels and soles. Keep your nails trimmed, not too short, not too long, and always check for signs of fungus. And don't be afraid to ask your doctor or podiatrist for help if you notice changes. I'll never forget hearing about a woman who always wore socks, even in the summer. She confessed she was embarrassed by the condition of her feet, dry, cracked, and discolored toenails. But once she started a simple routine of soaking, trimming, and moisturizing, she proudly wore open-toed sandals for the first time in years. She said, "I felt like a teenager again, just because I wasn't hiding anymore." The little things matter. Clean, cared for feet and nails don't just improve your health. They restore your sense of pride and freedom. And speaking of little things, the next mistake is something so many older women do with good intentions, but can backfire in a big way. Make sure you're subscribed, because this last one might be sitting on your dresser right now. This one might surprise you. Many women, especially as they get older, try to mask odor with perfume. It seems harmless, after all. Who doesn't love smelling nice? But here's the catch. When perfume is overused or sprayed directly on top of body odor, the scents don't cancel each other out. They mix. And instead of smelling fresh, the combination can actually make the odor stronger, harsher, and harder to ignore. Doctors also warn that many perfumes contain alcohol and chemicals that can irritate aging skin, causing dryness or even rashes. What starts as an attempt to feel elegant and youthful can actually do the opposite. So what's the better way? First, address odor at the root. Fix the hygiene habits we've already talked about, like washing overlooked body parts, rotating clothes, and keeping your scalp fresh. Once you're clean and fresh, then add a touch of fragrance. Choose light, clean scents and apply sparingly on pulse points like the wrists or behind the ears. A little goes a long way, and subtlety often feels far more youthful than a cloud of heavy perfume. I once heard about a woman who always wore a strong, musky perfume. She thought it made her smell elegant, but her granddaughter once said, "Grandma, you smell overwhelming." Heard at first, she later tried switching to a lighter, citrusy scent, and only used a dab. Suddenly, friends told her she smelled fresh and lovely. She realized it wasn't about more perfume, it was about the right balance. Remember, elegance is subtle. A clean base with a hint of fragrance is far more attractive and youthful than trying to drown out odor with sprays. And there you have it. The 7 hygiene mistakes that secretly make older women look and feel older than they really are. But before we wrap up, I've got a few powerful reminders to tie this all together. So don't go anywhere. And of course, if you're finding value in these tips, hit that subscribe button so you never miss what's coming next. So let's bring everything together. We've uncovered 7 surprising hygiene mistakes that many older women make without even realizing it. Skipping certain body parts when washing, using harsh soaps that dry out the skin, stopping at brushing without full oral care, neglecting the scalp and hair, wearing the same clothes or bras for too long, ignoring feet and nails, and finally, relying on heavy perfume to mask odor. Here's the good news. None of these mistakes mean you're dirty or careless. They're simply easy-to-miss habits that sneak into daily routines, especially as we get older and life gets busier or more comfortable. But the moment you start noticing them, everything changes. Because when you fix these little habits, you don't just look cleaner, you feel fresher. You don't just smell better, you carry yourself with more confidence. And that confidence, more than anything else, is what makes you feel younger instantly. True youth isn't just in your face, your hair, or your clothes. It's in how fresh, clean, and comfortable you feel in your own skin every single day. So the next time you step out of the shower or get dressed in the morning, remember, those small choices are your secret weapon against feeling older than you are. And if these tips helped you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because staying youthful, confident, and radiant is a journey. And I'll be here sharing everything you need along the way. You deserve to feel as vibrant on the outside as you do on the inside.